New construction in Nashville looks incredible right now. Brand new homes, high-end finish, builder incentives, and warranties, it feels like it can be a no-brainer. But there's a side of new construction that buyers don't see until it's too late. Builder contracts that are written to protect the builder, not you. Surprise costs that get tacked on after you emotionally invested into your new home. And construction timelines that vary and shift. These assumptions alone can cost you thousands of dollars. Here's what's also true in 2026. Nashville's new construction market has shifted completely compared to the last few years. Builders and developers are sitting on inventory that has not moved in months, and they're doing everything they can to lower prices, offer builder credits and incentives, and things to make their properties and products move as quickly as possible. That's great news for the buyers, but that means that there is more to read, more to know about, and more to study before you purchase a new construction home this year. In this video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know before you sign on the dotted line of purchasing your new construction home. So that way you can protect yourself before you purchase, avoid any common traps, and making sure that you're not losing thousands of dollars. When you picture buying a new construction home, what matters most to you? Is it the customization of choosing your own finishes? Low maintenance with everything being brand new? Builder incentives? Or long-term resale value? Drop your answer in the comments and keep that in mind as we go through this video. Buying a new construction home is not the same as buying a resale home. On the surface, it looks very similar. You either tour the new construction development that is currently underway, or you tour the model home, you sign on the dotted line, and you put in your deposit. But behind the scenes are differences that you need to be aware of. You're working off the builder's contract that they customize and build, not the standard TAR form here in Tennessee. The builder's attorney writes and drafts up their contracts for you to sign. They typically give the builder advantages and protections on them, and you need someone that needs to look over that contract for you and help guide you through that process. You're often buying something that isn't finished yet. Sometimes the floor plans can be tweaked and the materials can be changed, and you need to be aware that those changes are either happening towards your advantage or that you are picking those changes. Sometimes there's a sales rep on that project or on site, but they're strictly working for the builder and developer's best interests, not yours. Nashville specifically, builders are sitting on a lot more inventory than they have previously years ago in our market. Homes are averaging 2+ months sitting on the market for a lot of the new development inventory we have here. A lot of the builders are offering incentives, seller credits, rate buy downs, things that you need to know about and need to be aware of before you ever sign the contract. Before moving forward with a new build, here are some of the questions that you should be asking yourself. Am I uncomfortable with some of the timelines that may be changing just with the new build process? Do I understand that brand new doesn't always mean perfect? Am I prepared to read and negotiate the builder's contract, or am I willing to have someone do that on my behalf? By the way, if you do not know me, my name is Sam Gray. I'm a real estate agent here in Nashville, Tennessee. I specialize in new developments and high-rise condominium sales in the most desirable neighborhoods in Davidson County. If this breakdown is helpful, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new video. I post new Nashville real estate content every Sunday. Let's get into more mistakes to avoid when purchasing a new construction home. Let's talk about where most people get burned in a new construction deal and where the most regret floods in on the buy side. Mistake number one is walking in without your own representation. The on-site agent at the model home or the new development is definitely friendly, knowledgeable, and knows most about the developer's product. But the reality is that they're working for the developer or builder, not in your best interest. On most new developments, the developer takes care of the buyer's own representation. So that means that you're not having to pay for most times out of pocket for having your own representation. If you skip having representation, here's what that may cost you. It could cost you upgrades and incentives that you did not know about, contract terms that you did not catch, and protections you never knew that were missing. Also, a fun fact is that a lot of new developments say that you have to go with their preferred lender or preferred title company, and that is far from the truth. And I still recommend you using your own personal title company and lender. Assuming new means no inspection needed. Even brand new homes have issues between all the minor and major things. I would still recommend paying the money for an inspection because you know exactly what is under the hood and all the little micro and major issues with the new build. A lot of the times, most builders are going to take care of mainly everything on that inspection report. So a lot of the times you can hand off the report to the builder, they're gonna take care of it, and you also have another inspection, what is called a blue tape walkthrough. The blue tape walkthrough is necessary, and that is basically you stick blue tape on areas where you're needing the builder to touch up, like paint, nicks, or dings. You also wanna make sure that you know what the builder warranty is covering. On all different projects across the city, builder warranties look completely different. I would also watch out for ignoring the future phases of a master plan community development. Depending on where that master plan community is at, sometimes you're purchasing in on the first phase, or you could be purchasing in all the way to the third or last phase of that project. Sometimes a lot of buyers are not aware of where they're at within the phase, and sometimes they can be listening to construction for years. The more clarity and knowledge you have up front before purchasing into a new development community, the better it is for you. Based on what you've heard so far, does new construction still sound like the best fit for you? Comment below and tell me why. There's no right answer. It really depends on what you're seeking and what your timelines are. Here's how to protect yourself before you ever purchase a new construction home. The first step I would do is get your own representation early. Bring your agent with you to tour these new development communities and have your agent work for you. And also lining up all the new development communities they know that are coming to the city and finding the right ones that are best going to fit you. Your agent can review the contract for you, ask the right questions on your behalf, and make sure that you are protected and represented. Before you ever sign on the dotted line on a new construction contract, make sure to review and look through all the language before you sign. And don't just review the spec sheet and the highlights and overview. Plan for inspections and walkthroughs. Ask the questions, will the builder allow a pre-drywall inspection? I would also be asking about when the final inspections are gonna happen and when you are officially gonna close. I'd finally ask for what are the processes that the builder is going to do to be able to correct the items that they need to fix. Are they doing a formal punch list, or are they just doing touch-up work? If you're a smart buyer, I would finally be thinking of what's the resale value of this community gonna be like in multiple years, and how is this gonna fit my lifestyle and my needs? I'd be asking, how is this community gonna shape and feel in the next 5 to 10 years when everything is completed and said and done? Is the floor plan functional, or is it just flashy and have all the modern upgrades that I'm looking for? How are the schools commute, and what does the HOA fee cover and entail? New construction can be a fantastic way of purchasing something new, having the peace of mind, and not having to deal with the immediate maintenance. This only stands true if you buy the property right. If you're thinking about buying new construction in or around Nashville, and you want help comparing builders, reviewing contracts, and making sure this development is actually fitting what you're looking for, reach out. And for more videos about Nashville neighborhood guides, condo breakdowns, and everything you need to know about Nashville, make sure to click one of these videos around me on the screen. Thanks for watching. I'm Sam Gray, and I will see you in the next video.